What's up, viewers? It's Hamilton Fan 1705 here, and welcome to the second episode of my career mode. So I decided to in a completely different format, seeing as I had lots of criticism for my first career mode video. So I basically decided to do, obviously, qualifying like I did last time, but then the race is actually going to go into a live com. So now here we are in Q1. It's going to be a wet race for the race. So Q1, are we going to get through with this lap on options? Yes, we are. We're up to 13th, so into Q2. So now skipping towards Q2 now. I'm on my first lap. So now here I go into this complex. Now into the double left-hander. Oh, what is the Ferrari of Kimi Räikkönen doing there? You what? How is that a penalty? He was dawdling on the racing line. I'm obviously looking at the replay here, but how is that a penalty? Please put in the description whether you think that was my fault or not. You can't just dawdle on the racing line like that. Anyway, Räikkönen dawdling on the racing line has completely ruined a great qualifying. And that is it for my qualifying part, the race. I'll go into the race where it will be the live com bit. As I said, please put in the description where do you think that incident was my fault or not. Hello everyone, and welcome to Career Mode Race 2. I'm now commentating live now, but after that penalty in qualifying that I got where I have to start from the back, I guess I'm just going to have to go with starting from the back and just see what I can do from there. Real shame because I had such good qualifying compared to Australia, and then it gets ruined by some Ferrari dawdling on the racing line. I mean, if he goes on the... as I said before, please put in the comment section whether you think that incident was my fault or his. But in my opinion, I know I might be being a bit contradictory because of my league racing history. I think he had no reason to dawdle on the race, just be on the racing line, just going like as slow as a Volkswagen Beetle. And then I was on a fast lap. And you never come across something like that in league racing. I mean, just these cars, and you never see cars do that in F1. I just don't know what he was doing. I'm not even sure which one of the Ferraris it was yet. Obviously, I'll know when I do the commentary for the actual race, for the pre-race bits. But I have to start from the back. It's as you can see, it's absolutely torrential rain, typical Malaysia. Qualifying was dry, but my teammate Hulkenberg's 6th. Obviously, if I could be there, that would be dreamland. Okay, here we go. We have 1 light, 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. When am I going to shift a second? I'm going to shift a second now. A bit late, I think, to be honest. As we head towards turn 1, can we dive on the living Christ out of everyone like you can with it? I can't see a thing. We outbrake. I think that was both Maruta and a Caterham. Oh, a bit of contact there with the Lotus, and he won't leave me alone. I stayed in 3rd gear there just to have more traction. Oh, there's a lot going on ahead, and I couldn't avoid the back of Magnussen there. But round the outside of the Sauber of Gutierrez, and I have a massive tank slapper there. And I'm holding up the cars behind, but Gutierrez doesn't go for the move, and there's a Sutil, I think that is, holding up everyone ahead. you can hear the thunder there. As we head into the penultimate corner, the very hard corner. This is going to be a very long race, to be honest. Hopefully, I'll be a bit more consistent with career mode in the coming days. I'm running in P14. Battling ahead, I think that's a Williams, and the Sauber is being passed. There's 3 abreast ahead between Magnussen, Raikkonen and Sutil. I shifted down to first there. I'm taking full advantage of the situation. I'm going to see if I can pass Gimme. But he's got the inside and I've gone onto the grass. Have to brake early because I can't see. I can see absolutely barely anything. Magnussen's off. And I've got Vern on my outside. Oh, I've missed my brake point. I've lost my front wing into the back of Raikkonen. Oh no. It's too focused on Vern there. I'm going to use this as my scheduled stop. But that really wasn't what I needed to do. So now, will the wet tyres last the distance though? I know they can in Australia. A few people did that in Legend Racing, I think. So I'm into the pits for a new front wing. Sort of I'm trying really hard to stop doing. Just braking way too late. It's really hard not to do, especially. And that's something I need to work on before in league racing as well. It's not been as bad recently as it used to, but still I need to work on it. It's just when you're side by side with another car, you can't see your braking point, especially in the wet. Not sure how the race is going to go from here. It could be a safety car. Anything can happen. If there's a safety car, it would be Dreamland. And back where I started at the back. Really haven't got along well with Ferraris this weekend. In my career mode so far. I hit one in qualifying, that was his fault, because he was dawdling on the race line. This second incident in the race was my fault. Just left my braking way too late. If the rain eases up, that would be bad for my race. Because then everyone basically gained a pit stop on me because of the incident. And that's my chance of getting anywhere near the points is... What am I saying? Points done. Closing on Ericsson about 2 seconds per lap. But that is expected, seeing as he's in a Caterham, I'm in a Force India. Yeah, Force India, which I think you could call a front-running car this year. I think the only thing that stopped them from getting their maiden win in F1 this year was Mercedes' dominance. We all honestly thought they would win a race, them and Williams, but then we found out just how dominant the Mercedes was. .4 the gap. Heading into the double apex corner. Please keep raining. I'm going to have to do all the work on track. My only hope, to be honest, unless there's a safety car, is to beat the Cajuns and Marushas. Maybe a Lotus or a Sauber. .6 gap between me and Chilton. I'll lock up slightly. Heading into turn 3. Wow, 5 seconds in that sector, blimey. Has Chilton had an incident? Must have had some mistake, because 5 seconds in that sector. Can't happen. easy to do in the wet. Around here. I'm definitely closing on the Caterans and Marushas. Or could be 2 Marushas and 1 Cateran, or 2 Caterans and 1 Marusha. It's 2 Caterans and 1 Marusha. Bianchi's obviously pulled away from those 3. Excuse me. If the weather stays like this, I should make it to the end, to be honest. Six seconds is the gap. Almost spin it there. Drifting my way through the penultimate corner. There are pit stops. That's good. Bianchi into the pits. It's going to be close between me and him, I think. No, it isn't actually. I thought it would be. I looked like he was exiting the pits. The Caterham. It's close between me and the Caterham this time, but I've gone wide, been distracted. And back up to P19. Maybe close. Maybe I could be on for a better result than I was expecting like a few laps ago. Excuse me again. Had a bit of a cough for the past month, to be honest. Closing on to Sutil. This is where I hit Raikkonen that lap. I think it's like Chilton ahead. It's either Chilton or a Toro Rosso. I think it's Chilton. Hasn't pitted yet. And he's holding up Sutil. I can't seem to get away from Kobayashi. No DRS in wet conditions. You see if I can get away from. There's battling ahead. There's pit stops ahead as well. Chilton into the pits. Chilton's someone else. And Ericsson. I'm up into 16th. I've locked up again. I've got Kobayashi on my inside, now closing these 2 Saubers down. I've gone incredibly wide. It's going to allow Kobayashi. Somehow I'm able to hold it. How has Kobayashi got so much pace? Maybe he's on inters. Now I'm starting to get away from Kobai. He's closing now. Not even sure what tyres. Just bear with me a second. I'm just going to check the race director. I don't even know how to, yeah, here we are. Yep, he is on wet tyres, so that's... I'm not sure why he's got so much pace. He's just newer tyres than me. Because mine are going grey now. I'm getting old. I've been on them since lap 2. Strong to chase down the two Saubers on worn tyres. Kobayashi's batting a couple of cars ahead. I seem to have dropped him. Not going to go up to mix 3 because for some reason I always oversteer in mix 3. I'll be on race fuel. Rodon's past the pair of them. Rodon's going to catch me before I know it. My tyres are absolutely going now. Stop taking out that bar, it keeps being put back. That's maybe the marshals are running back and forth. A bit unrealistic. Grosjean's catching. My tyres are... I might struggle to defend this, to be honest, because my tyres are absolutely starting to go. passing that corner, I need to stop. Grosjean's right in my rear now. Go defensive for these last few laps. This shows the difference between Sauber and Cage, or Force India and Cage Run, Oh, Grosjean's got me here. He's gonna have me. But he might do what AI cars in this game do, which is back out. And sure enough, that's what he did, but I oversteer. But this shows the difference between Force and Cage. I'm on worn tyres. I can go faster than Kobayashi. Oversteer going into the corner. I had to correct. Here comes Grosjean, he's got more straight on speed. Going to the outside, what's he doing? I've gone wide. Surely it's going to allow him through. But he backs out once again. And now Maldonado's through. Into turn the penultimate corner. And Maldonado right in my gearbox. Don't take me out like you do in real life, please, Mr. Pastor. Final lap, can I do it? Luckily, they seem to be spending so much time fighting each other. Here we head into turn 3. Whoa, oversteer. I'm not sure I can defend this position for much longer. Heading into this corner. Only a few corners to go for me to defend this. To defend off Maldonado. We're going to be side by side. Somehow we're not. Grosjean's past him. Whoa! Obviously I couldn't shift up there. Now this is going to give Grosjean more momentum. I don't want to lose at the final corner. into the final corner. The braking zone appeared just when I needed it. I'm going to finish in 16th. But considering my qualifying, that's disappointing. Considering my pace, I mean. Obviously qualifying wasn't good. But all could have been so different had it not been for that incident with Raikkonen and not been for the incident in qualifying. Okay, now before I wrap up this video, obviously I've finished in 16th, so now going to the championship standings. I'm 17th, just behind Sutil after an awful first race. Toppling table, so Force India ahead of Williams. But after that race, but now going on to what I want to talk about, league race highlights. Basically, I might be able to have them back up next week, but basically I've not actually been able to record league races because of a room rearrangement in our house, which has caused a bit of a problem because I had an incident in Pinnacle on Tuesday where basically I sidepod glitched off Midge, but from Midge's point of view it looked like I'd steered him off the track. And I'm not sure whether it's still being investigated, but I still might get a penalty for it, which is annoying. So I'm not sure if it's still being investigated. But so that, and same with F1 Online Exaggeration, because I can't actually race online on PC at the moment because I don't have an Ethernet cable. I disconnect from every game. So, but when I do have an Ethernet cable, I will be starting back up my F1 Online Exaggeration series. Just that's been a bit late because of the room rearrangement as well. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. We'll see you for Bahrain.